Good morning, members and friends of First Parish Brewster Unitarian Universalist. We're trying out a new form of sending out video messages through email. Prior to this, they had been posted on Facebook, but we're aware that not all of our people use Facebook, so hopefully this is another way for you to help feel connected to our online congregation during this time. I'm thinking of you all as we head into our second week of doing things online, and know that this is new uncharted waters that we're in, but we're all doing it together. It was so lovely to see so many of your faces yesterday morning on Zoom, and I am deeply sorry for those who were trying to get into the call but couldn't because we reached our 100-person maximum. We had no idea we would get so many people on. What a blessing of abundance. And so we are upgrading our Zoom account this week so that next week we won't have that issue and that all who want to attend can. Know that we have many opportunities to come together this week. And so we have a pity party tonight at 6 p.m., which I'm leading, a time to get together and say, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, and just sort of name the losses of this time. There are many losses and many griefs that are happening, and this is a chance for us all to name them, listen to some music that people have written about this time, and just be together in a pity party. And maybe, just maybe, we might have a little bit of laughs too, and just have a chance to be together. Also on Tuesday at noon, we have lunch, which Twinks will be hosting. So bring your lunch and come and be on Zoom together, and we will all chat and eat together and just talk about what's happening in our lives. All of these links are in the letter below this video. On Wednesday, we have just a general check-in on Wednesday at 11 that all are welcome to. Just a time to come and name what's happening and just check in with other people. On Friday morning at 10:30, I'm hosting coffee, and so come and have a cup of coffee or tea with me, and we're going to try to not talk about anything related to the coronavirus. Because if you're like me, your news feed has just been inundated with everything virus, and there's a certain point when we've just had enough, and sometimes it's nice to talk about other things. So this is a coronavirus-free coffee chat, and you can come and have a chat with me and see how things are going. And then Friday night, we have our talent show on Friday night at 7. We do hope you'll be able to join us, whether or not you will be bringing a talent, which you are more than welcome to bring, or whether you'll just be there supporting all of our members and friends and families as they show us their talents or no talents that are still talents. So all are welcome at those. We hope many of you are able to take advantage of these opportunities. We know this is a different way of connecting than we've ever done before, and so we're so grateful for so many of you who are embracing this, and we also understand that for some of you it just doesn't feel right, and so we hope that all of you are taking advantage of using our Breeze directory and reaching out and calling people, because that is also what's really going to help people feel connected during this time. I am aware that some have had family members come live with them or have gone to be with family during this time, and I'm also aware that that's not an option for everyone, and that this time is especially hard for people who live alone. And so I'm just thinking of all of you. Many of you know that I live alone. And so last week I wrestled with the hard decision of, if I was looking at 2 months of living alone, what would it be like to do all the things that I'm doing, but to do them from Salt Lake City where my family lives? So I talked to the board and talked to some members in the congregation to get their feelings around it. And with support from the board, I am going to be going to Salt Lake City and will be just as available to you as I have been. I am deeply committed to this congregation, to being present in all the ways that I can. And I'm aware that this is all virtual, so I will be doing the same work, but just in another time zone. I'm driving to Salt Lake City this week to minimize my interaction with public so that I don't bring anything to my family, but know that I'm carrying you all in my hearts, and if there is some way that you need me to show up for you, please do reach out and let me know, because I'm thinking about all of you during this time. Many people are afraid right now and lonely, and not everyone has the option to go to family. And so I know that I am privileged in this. And sometimes families just can't live together and they can still have a lot of love for each other, but it's just not an option. So I do hope that you are taking good care of yourself right now and reaching out to friends and really trying to nourish those connections, be it via the phone or maybe letters or FaceTime or different ways to remain connected to people, because people are afraid and we all need each other during this time. We're looking at the church possibly being closed until the end of May. I would be so happy if we could come back together during that time, but right now, it looks like hopefully, maybe the end of May, we don't know. There's so much that is unknown right now, but I think it's a good bet that we are going to be closed the month of April. We will continue to do church online to try to show up for you in all the ways that we can and to encourage you to show up for each other, to call each other, to reach out and let each other know that we're not going through this alone. Know that I'm carrying you in my heart and have so much love for all of you. And I just am so looking forward to the day when we can worship together again. We already knew we had something pretty special going, but I think this just really brings home how special it is and how good it will feel to be back together again. So I hope during this time you are being kind to yourself and others, and you are letting people know if you are feeling lonely, in need of connection, so that other people can start showing up for you, reaching out, calling, and texting in the ways that we can right now. Know that you're being held in my heart until we meet again. With much love. Bye-bye.